Hello everybody, I'm Symes and this is Robin.
Hello there.
And welcome to episode 11 of Stone Mirrors.
11. We're going so well.
Yeah. Celebrating 200 YouTube channel views.
Way.
Yes.
200 people. Hello people.
200 watches of videos that we have made, which is quite remarkable when you think about it. And
yeah. Hurrah.
This is our little series in which we lurch drunkenly from one disaster to another.
The dwarves haven't had the best time of it, it must be said.
Well, no, what with all the sort of mass murder and everything that's been going on.
The repeated invasions haven't been fun either,
yes.
It must be said.
People are showing up trying to kill us, occasionally succeeding.
The cads.
There's some attrition.
Although the killing spree of that one manic dwarf was excellent.
He did help to redress the balance a bit, but then he died.
He was a hero.
And
she, wasn't it, actually?
I think it was, yes.
Yeah.
And the dwarf that we have in the hospital, we were getting some errors, and I was wondering what that was. And I think there's just a little bug, which is that dwarf happens to be asleep, and therefore they can't give them water because they're asleep, and that's causing that error, saying that they can't find a water source.
Can't drown them, basically.
So hopefully, when they wake up, they'll be given water, and then everything will be fine. Let's quickly pre-see our situation.
Yes, what's going on and stuff?
Here is the outpost liaison, who is currently trapped inside the fortress. The reason the liaison is trapped inside the fortress is because over here are some goblins who want to kill us.
The fiends.
So, yeah. And the outpost liaison, if trapped in the fortress long enough, will go insane. Which can take the form of trying to kill us. Yeah. Or can take other less murdery forms, and I'm kind of hoping at the moment for one of those, because it's about the best luck we're going to get.
Yeah. Going insane is not good, if Call of Cthulhu has taught us anything.
Well, indeed. And many valuable lessons have been learned from Call of Cthulhu.
Yes.
So we're also doing some digging. I've added the digging task to some more of our dwarves. I'm actually going to set this off running, so we'll see what happens as well. I've added the digging task to some more of our dwarves, so there should be more people digging.
Yep.
And what I thought might be useful, and I also set that right here. There's a restraint just been built, so I want to put a doggy on the restraint.
Oh yes, it was our advanced warning hound.
Yes, it's an advanced warning hound. This time just for people who... It doesn't have to be a dog, but dogs are quite good at spotting things.
Yeah, hopefully we'll feed the poor thing occasionally.
Dogs, anything that's not a grazer, you don't have to worry about feeding them.
So alpacas
they're
are
fine.
not your ideal watch animal?
No, although if we tied up an alpaca in a place with plenty of grass, it would probably be fine.
Ah.
But they need to have grass to feed on.
And then just as an extrapolation, can we train attack alpacas?
I don't think you can train war alpacas, no.
Oh.
I think anything that can be a war animal doesn't require grazable land.
Right.
But actually, except elephants.
Ah, wow.
But you can have,
okay.
You can have war
That's
elephants.
something I'm going to have to come back to, you know that.
You can have war elephants, but war elephants can be a bit rubbish, because at the moment there's a problem with elephants in that they consume more food than can be grown in any reasonable amount of space. So they will they will slowly starve to death no matter what you do.
That's not good.
So, screw the elephants. Oh, and I need to fix this dog, because I don't know if you can see the dwarf taking it to the restraint and then away from the restraint again. That's because it's assigned both to the restraint and to this pasture down here. So the dwarf's right going, okay, take this to the restraint. Right, it's at the restraint. Now I need to take it to the pasture.
Yeah, he's being confused.
So we need to sort that out. I don't know which dog it is. It's this one here with the little picture of a restraint next to it. There we are. That'll do. Now he'll just take it away, he or she. That's probably the expedition leader, actually, which is a she. Because the expedition leader hasn't got anything else to do. I took her off digging jobs.
Yep.
So that she could be around for lever pulling duty if necessary. Just if we wanted to open the drawbridge in an emergency and let the liaison out, who's still just running around going, ah. So, let's see if any digging's happening with all of the dwarves that I added the digging job to. Let's have a quick look at job.
Yeah, our walls are going up nicely, it must be said. We're getting there on those.
Yeah, 3 dwarves are digging at the moment. So let's see if they're digging anywhere useful, because I wanted them to be digging down in this sort of area here. Which they are.
Excellent. Well done, then.
Splendid.
Huzzah.
Because they're digging
Huzzah, I say.
towards where I want to put our magma forges.
That does sound pretty good, though. Magma Forge.
Yes. So that's good. And they found some marble, which is handy because it's flux. They found some tetrahedrite, which is handy because it's copper ore. And I'll just take digging. Right, so over here, there's more digging to be done, but nobody's doing it yet. Which is this sort of exploratory thing for trees. And there's digging up here, but nobody's doing any of that either. But they're making some leather leggings, so that's good.
Armour for our few remaining battle dwarves.
Yes, and the other hello. Oh, look, a migrant wave. I wonder what will happen to them.
Oh dear.
Oh well. We watch the inevitable horrible slaughter then.
Not again. Well, maybe they'll get lucky.
Yeah, maybe they'll be satisfied with only murdering a couple of them and bugger off. But the migrants won't go anywhere because our drawbridge is up, so they don't know where to go.
Yeah, so they sort of wander around and get slaughtered.
However, if you notice the new announcement here, Rakost Edoskadol has grown to become a peasant. This means one of our child dwarfs has grown up. So now we can set them to work.
The child labour laws. Who cares?
Well, they're not a child anymore, so, you know.
Yeah, how old is that then?
I've no idea. Well, we can see, we'll just view them.
Yeah.
12 years old. So once you're 12, no longer a child as far as dwarves are concerned.
Into the mill, down the pit, up the chimney. Off you go.
Down, as you so rightly say, the pit.
Yeah.
Preferences, I think it is. Preference, labour, mining. Away you go, start digging.
Start working, get those muscles going.
Back to work, whoops. So, right, so we've got another miner, which is handy. But what I thought, actually, let's zoom to those goblins, because that's what I actually want to see. There's Gorlak, I don't even know what that is. Anyway, zoom to goblins. Yeah, they are.
Lurking.
I think
the swines.
They are on their way. Crossbowmen, yeah, they're going down there to kill our migrants. Murdering the migrants.
Dear. Well, maybe we can loot their corpses when the goblins bugger off.
They're quite a long way from the fortress. I don't think I'd want to risk it. With the
it's getting a bit dangerous out there.
The really tiny number of people we have, I don't want to risk any more of them. But
yeah, it's closed the doors.
They're firing on them now.
Yeah, they're all crossbowmen as well, aren't they?
Most of them are, yes. So it's just a horrible, horrible slaughter.
Yeah.
Twang.
It's all a bit sad.
Shot and killed, yeah, and now they're chasing after them and stabbing them up. This is even worse than before, because now we're just watching it happen. They seem to have run out of ammunition, though, because the crossbowmen are chasing and meleeing by the look of it.
Yeah.
So that's weird. But, they're busy meleeing that dwarf, but they've killed that dwarf there. Chasing a cat by the look of it.
They are a bit bloodthirsty, chasing a poor little cat.
And an ambush. Curse them. That means more goblins have arrived.
Oh my lordy.
Doom!
Oh,
lots of melee goblins. There is no way I'm opening that fortress door now. No way. There they all are. They just swarmed in and slaughtered everybody. This is very bad, and still loads of the migrants running around going,
running around screaming, help us, and we're going, we aren't coming out from behind these walls. Have fun.
At least one of those migrants has a bow, because they've just shot a goblin to death.
Ooh,
another forgotten beast in the caves.
Oh dear. So goblins above, beasts below, it's all doom.
Yes, a towering feathered cricket. That's weird.
When we originally configured this game, the number of horrible beasties and goblins turning up, that was a setting, was it not?
The number of horrible beasties which was set to low.
Yeah.
And we haven't had any horrible beasties at ground level yet, so...
Well, we've had something, haven't we?
We had some zombies. But the other horrible beast was also in the caves.
Yeah.
So,
what about the goblins? What do they count as?
Oh, they're just goblins.
Just goblins.
The goblins are everywhere.
Just, general horribleness.
That forgotten beast is wandering about, but I don't care. Well, there's only 3 invaders left.
Well, that's good. Maybe some of the migrant wave got a couple of them.
Well, as I said, some of them were armed. Because I saw them firing on them.
They had sticks and everything.
They had bows. One of them had a crossbow. These are all new people, but some of them might be dead, because we don't know. But look, here, one of them was a hunter. That one probably had a bow.
When can you actually assign tasks to them? I mean, when do they actually the collection of goods and whatnot? When do migrant waves actually fall under your jurisdiction, I suppose?
They have to be in the fortress, because the flashing grey X on top of them there means that they're not part of your team yet.
Ah, right, okay.
So they have to be.
So they won't be able to lug in their comrades' corpses.
No,
just yet.
So they have to be in the fortress, and they have to come to a meeting room and hang out for a while. Yeah. Until the induction.
Then they sign up and say, "What the hell did we come here for?"
Yeah. And they go, so look, you do know everybody outside was murdered, and they go, "Yeah, kind of."
Yeah. Except us.
So they're hanging around, firing bows at goblins who have run off the side of the map.
Yeah.
The goblins have gone. There might be another ambush around, I don't know, but there's some people still alive. We could potentially open the drawbridge and risk letting them in.
We need all the people we can get, frankly.
Yes, and if they really have... If the goblins really have buggered off, then it's totally worth doing. So, shall we... let's take the risk, why not? And pull this here lever.
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, that's our expedition leader there, who ran to the lever immediately and pulled it because she doesn't have anything else to do. And the outpost liaison is legging it for the exit. Bastards! And here come our new migrants. Quite a lot of survivors for us, really. Look at them all.
You mean more than one?
There's loads. Loads of them aren't dead. This is a miracle.
Quick, get them in and get the door shut.
Incredible. Wow. That, for us, that is a major victory. So, oh, the tomb's inaccessible. That's because we have some dead dwarves.
How many have we got then? How many have actually survived?
It's going to be difficult to tell straight away, but that looked like at least 10 came in.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So we'll let them assimilate a little bit.
Get the door shut. Get the door shut.
Yeah, we really want to finish off the things, though, so it's kind of, because the defences that are in depth don't currently work, so we need to have people out here finishing them. So I kind of want to let them out a little bit.
After their massacre.
Well, they might not come back for a little while.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to take the risk. And we've just had 10 more people show up. So if we manage to slam the door and have 2 people outside, that's still a net gain for us, right? That's how we're going to have to view this. So go to alerts and put the civilians back on inactive, so they'll be allowed outside again. And then the miners should finish... I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see me. The miners should finish this off here, which is the little ramp that's left leading up onto this island thing. And then hopefully the mechanic will wire up this bridge. And then this bit will become our first sort of defensive area. Hurrah! Oh no, one of our donkeys has been missing for a week. Yes, because it was dead. They're all going to collect all of that stuff that was dropped, I think. Oh, screw it. I'll just let them... ramps are being removed, and it's just jumped to something. What's happening inside? Oh no. Weaponsmith has been possessed. Possessed. So, we need to find him. Weaponsmith Okoldastot, him or her. I don't remember if it's who it is. So he says that the task that they're doing is called Strange Mood. Let's zoom to them. There they are. There's actually a little pink exclamation mark on them. I should have noticed that before. We need to follow the weaponsmith. Where will they go? They will go over here and claim that workshop. And what will happen then is they will begin to collect things and possibly demand things. Oh, and it's muttering... just weird nonsense. I think that's the name of the thing that they want to make. Claimed a metalsmith's forge. Dead child. No. And has begun a construction. Okay. Right, so we can ignore them now. See, the thing is, if they don't have all the materials that they want for their mysterious construction, then they'll just sit there in the workshop and wait. And eventually, they'll go insane. And as we have previously mentioned, that's not a good thing. So, yeah. We had a pump operator who died. Ooh, it's spring. That's reminded me that this river's unfrozen now, so we can pull this other lever that we built absolutely ages ago and finally see if our cistern works. Why not? What else is there to do, really? Someone can pull that lever, and then hopefully water will start flowing. Look, there it is. Whee!
Yep. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
Oh, I've got a kitten that's just grown into a cat. Ah! Wow!
Does that mean we have to slaughter it?
No.
Like all the others.
It's actually got a name. That means it's someone's pet. So if we slaughter it, it'll be really miserable. Our weaponsmith has created... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. He's created an artifact iron warhammer.
Artifact?
Yes, that means it'll be very high quality, which is good.
Does that mean give it to one of our... make a hammer dwarf, maybe?
Yes, well, the idea, I think, at some point is to turn some of these dwarves into recruits, and I was going to use hammers anyway, because hammers are quite good.
They're good for the old crushing the skull.
They're good for hammering, really.
Yeah. If they had a hammer, which indeed they do.
They now have, yes. Unfortunately, because it was a possession, means they were possessed by outside forces, that doesn't give any benefit to the weaponsmith.
Like possession, as in, The Shining and whatever. Not The Shining.
Yeah, demonic or otherly forces. Because they can take strange moods for various different reasons, but possession is the worst kind, because for all the other reasons, they make an artifact and then they become a legendary, whatever it was, the skill was that they used to make the artifact. But because they were possessed by outside forces, they were completely unaware of what they were doing and therefore get no skills whatsoever.
Oh dear. So
anyway,
does this mean this guy's gone, want to a better term, apeshit?
No, went a bit weird for a while. They're fine now, because they've successfully made the thing that they were making, so now they're just going back to normal. They keep hauling things back in. I really want them to connect that bridge up. Right, so this is flowing nicely. The ice broke the screw pump because it flooded it, so that's why the one on the right is also flowing, because the screw pump's just not there anymore. Oh well. So I look at how things are going downstairs as the water flows down through here. Yeah, it's flowing. This bizarre little construction here of walls is one of the ways you kind of reduce pressure. So there's pressure on this side from it coming down from high up, but this reduces the pressure, and these fortifications should also reduce the pressure.
So much going on.
So that's good. Right, I want to check this lever to see if they've connected that thing up to it yet, and the answer is no. It's actually suspended, so I need to unsuspend it. Because they couldn't get to the bridge, that's why. So they should hopefully.
A suspended bridge.
Aha.
Aha! I apologise for that, really. That was uncalled for. I apologise to everybody.
They finally found the corpse of our previous hunter, so they'll.
But not the corpse of the donkey.
No, the corpse of the donkey was found ages ago.
Yeah. Oh, but we got the warning for it a while ago, though.
Oh yeah, we were told it had been missing for a week, but I think they've found it now. So because they're going out wandering around with where all the corpses are, so they'll just drag everything.
How much loot is around the other people that were trying to migrate here? Is there anything worth trying to grab?
Their clothes will be there.
What about the goblin? Did we actually kill any goblins?
Possibly. And they might have some stuff on them, but I don't quite know.
Because they were watchers.
They got shot a lot.
It might be worth having a look, see what we can find.
Let's have a look at K to see what's on the square. Here's a dead goblin. He's got a silver sword.
Silver?
Yeah, okay. So we can...
Yeah, just, putting it out there as a
I might
risky,
use
but...
F to claim a couple of these things, like that sword and that shield. Anything that's made of metal, really.
Yeah.
snag this here steel bolt as well. Stupid goblins.
Damn them.
But
damn their eyes.
Not any of the rest of that stuff, and I'm not really that interested in checking, because I don't want them out there for any longer than we can possibly get away with. And even now I'm getting increasingly paranoid. Oh, and someone's just put a load of blood into our water supply by walking through it.
Oh, that's icky.
That's rubbish, and that means that it might contaminate the cistern down here as well.
Break out the Brita filters.
Which is ridiculous. Anyway, that's actually filling up now, so...
Can you actually clean that out somehow?
Not really. I don't think so. I'm just going to have to hope that it doesn't really manage to flow downstairs. I'm going to pull that lever again, because there's water in the cistern downstairs now, so we don't really need those gates to be open anymore. But, I don't know. It seems to have gone, unless it was all washed downstairs.
Yeah.
But that's actually full. See, it's all full up to 7 on that side because of the pressure again.
Yeah.
And so let's. Ooh, we've got a baby girl. Well, our surgeon just gave birth.
Lovely.
And
hurrah.
The floodgates are now closed. Floodgates are now closed. That's good. Let's go down to here. Ooh, hurrah! This has all been dug out. They've been terribly efficient with the mining while we've been looking at other things. So I want to carve some fortifications into this piece of wall, which I already had smoothed. So we'll be able to see just how big this magma pool is, and what our usable amount of space perhaps is as well.
Yeah.
So let's jump back up to here. That's filling up. Hopefully it will stop at 7. So it's nice when stuff works, but I still don't know if it's worked properly, because it still hasn't filled up to 7. If it fills up to 7 and stops, then everything's fine. If it doesn't, then we will just never have to enter that room ever.
Yeah.
Lock the doors.
Although, you kind of wonder if it has to fill up to 11, not 7.
That would be more rock and roll, certainly.
Yeah, rock and roll filling.
Right, they're digging out this long zigzag corridor now as well, which I asked for ages ago, so that's nice. They're digging this exploratory stuff for the tree farm. Which is
like the wind.
Also good. I will go back down here. F7. They have... Oh, there we are, look. That's the magma pool right there. We can see the extent of it.
Magma.
I'm actually quite pleased because this big empty space here is a big empty space, which means we've got plenty of room to put our forges and stuff. So let's dig out some area for forges, etc. Say... Oh, no, that's wrong, Symes, don't do that. Let's not dig through the wall, because anything bad that was in there would come out and murder everybody. But let's mine, say, down to here. So I want quite a big... Actually, let's just do a huge floor area for this.
That is quite big.
Yes, because we're
perilously close to the lava. Perilously.
It's yes, but it is cunningly. There's a wall all around the corner, and this is actually above the lava. That's a good thing. Because it's slightly dim. It actually means there's lava in the level below, but there's no floor on this level.
Okay, so we won't just like plummet through and burn into horrible burningness.
No, this, because it's bright red. This is at the level of this. This is full. These tiles are full of lava. These tiles are above the lava, as are these tiles. So, and down here is where the kind of interesting part will be happening, which is the actual channeling of, well, death, I suppose. So, let me think, because we want channels so that we can build the forges over them.
Yep.
So some of this will have to be channels rather than just dug out. So if we say, like, channel that and that there.
I mean, but actually channeling into the lava, does that mean we have like a sacrificial dwarf almost?
Well, we're not channeling into the lava, we're just digging channels down into the rock. But we will have to dig through this wall or rather dig fortifications in to let lava flow through, and yes, we will effectively, potentially, be sacrificing a dwarf to do that, depending on how fast they run away.
You there. Dig into this hole. Isn't there horrible lava on the other side? Yes. But think how this is beneficial for everyone else.
and it'll be a stoneworker, so we can potentially just turn off stoneworking for the good stoneworkers and just pick another dwarf we don't care about. And
send in a victim.
And get them to do it.
Yeah.
So, if we dig... We'll dig all the way up to there. Will that be enough? Yes, I think that'll be okay. And I'm just trying to decide what to do, because each workshop is 3x3. So we can fit quite a few workshops down this long wall and a couple more along here. And because we're going to need magma forges, magma smelters, and magma glass furnaces. And I think I want 3 smelters and 3 forges. And this is just a big room for stockpiles of stuff. I think I'll make this a bit longer, just to be absolutely certain. There, that's a nice big room for that. And we'll leave them to dig. And they're still shuttling back and forth carrying stuff, which I still find slightly worrying.
Do we need to finish building the outer defences? Because, we've been attacked a lot.
I want them to finish this bridge, that's what I want our mechanic to do. We have at least one mechanic, which means wiring up this sodding lever, which they've now done.
So
that's good.
We can start building channels to make a long maze of death, as I'd like to call it now.
Yes, well, part of the maze of death from downstairs.
What's that little blue thing coming through? Is it a dwarf carrying something? Yeah,
dragging a thing.
Yeah,
some clothes or something. So what I might do is, because they're all still playing, let's run back and forth carrying things, and I'm kind of thinking they've been doing that for long enough. Oops. So I'm going to turn the alert back on briefly, in order to get them all inside.
Cunning.
And once they're all inside, we can pull up the outer drawbridge and then turn the alert off again. But I really just need them all to be inside the fortress right now.
There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
How many dwarves have we got now then? We're doing all right, aren't we?
Let's have a quick look
that
at
latest microwave.
Status 42. That latest wave.
That's massive boost.
Yeah, the latest wave doubled our population. There was probably 20 of them, including children.
We've got some helpful-looking people in there as well.
Oh, hello. Something's happened.
Oh, dear.
That's a caravan. I think that might be an elf, or possibly the human caravan. I don't know.
A caravan arriving without getting shot.
Well, caravans have guards. I was actually kind of hoping that the caravan would show up before the migrants did, but luckily some of our migrants had bows, so it went much better than it could have done. A caravan's arrived. Hooray! That's very exciting. Well, it's kind of exciting. I think very is perhaps pushing it a bit. So, here comes the elf caravan. Very important thing to remember about elves. Don't try and sell them anything made of wood. They don't like it.
No?
No. They get quite offended.
That's our mum. You just tried to sell our mum to us.
They do get quite offended. So, okay, let's bring the trader, who isn't doing anything else, so that should be quite quick.
Is there actually any conceptual background for any of the races in this, like telling you more about them? Or is it stuff you just learn? There's not like flavour text or bits of info and whatnot? No,
it's just stuff you learn. There should be some crafts around somewhere, but I've lost them. That's not them at all. Maybe we haven't made any. I guess we haven't made any recently, which I suppose is possible. I don't want to sell them any bars. We could sell them the gems in this gem bin, although not the bin itself because it's made of a tree. Let's sell them some gems then, I suppose. They might not have anything that we want, in which case they can sod off. Yeah, that'll do. And Right, let's do one other thing while we're waiting for the stupid elves to sort themselves out, which is to build some fortifications, or at least tell the dwarves to do so, which we haven't done yet.
Let's get a wall up front we can actually shoot from behind. This will be good.
Exactly. So where are our fortifications on here?
I would feel a lot better about our situation.
I don't remember. Well, we've got a lot more dwarves now, so we can put together some proper Marks Dwarf squads and then build some fortifications for them to shoot out of. That'll be great.
This will be good, and hopefully with the increased number of dwarves,
I think
we can start building stuff a lot quicker and everything.
Yes, I think it's under wall floor stairs track. Yes, capital F for fortification, and you sort of draw out a rectangle, as is traditional by this point. And,
that old classic.
And make it out of dacite blocks, as is also traditional for our walls.
As you do. Dacite everything.
Because we've got a lot of dacite, so why not? And it's a nice neutral colour as well.
Yeah. If dacite ever becomes valuable, we're in the win.
Just sell the whole fortress and move somewhere nice where there aren't any goblins at all.
Retire to a palace on the hill made of gold.
There were a lot of goblins there, so we sold the fortress to some idiot who didn't care. Yeah. Right, so I don't like designating too many constructions at once, because then it takes weird things happen. There's a thief. Damn him.
Damn his eyes.
Our dog spotted him because there he is right there, and there's our dog, and that's the reason the dog's there.
Yeah. Is he coming in or out? That's the question.
Well, he obviously was coming in, but I don't know whether he will continue to do so. Now he's been spotted.
You think
he's legged it, yeah.
Oh, well done, that hound. Give him a bow.
Let's have a quick look using the button that I've forgotten, V. V to look at this thief, Trigus, the kobold thief, to see what they are carrying. Large silver dagger, a loincloth and a tunic. I'm fairly sure they didn't get any of that from us, so they got spotted and then they pegged it, which is how it should be. Well done, doggy.
Excellent. Hurrah for that hound.
So let's see if... yes, we can trade now. Let's not try and sell them the large gem bin, because they really won't like that.
No.
So let's just
sell
these...
The large.
Exactly. Sell these gems individually, which is worth a bit of cash. Not lots of cash. We need to make more crafts for when the actual dwarf caravan arrives again in the autumn. But, ooh, these large gems are worth quite a bit, look.
Ooh. Cash them in.
Cash. Right, so we've got about 4,000 of stuff. Let's see if...
Right, what have they got that's useful?
But they're quite happy to sell us trees, which is weird, because we are just going to make stuff out of them. But
so they don't want to buy trees. They have to flog us them.
Yes, if we chop trees down and make things out of them, they find that offensive, but they're happy to sell us trees. And
maybe those trees of, it's a bit of dead wood or something like that.
Well, maybe
it's been
yes,
eco-harvested or whatever.
Stormfall or whatever it's called. Stuff that fell there in storms, because they make stuff out of wood themselves. All of their stuff is made of wood and cloth, larch greaves, oak greaves, rubbish basically. But they've got a very high quality pine crutch here.
Pine. Are you saying basically these elves are IKEA? That's what you're saying. This is what I'm getting.
Quality merchandise. They've got a deer. We can buy a deer from them, and a wombat.
It might be expensive.
But it's actually quite reasonable.
Yeah.
Yes.
But should be called deer then.
There is only one deer there. They've got a wombat in a cage, a peregrine, sparrow, a hedgehog.
Attack wombats, if only.
A barrel of sewer brew.
That is not sounding appealing.
I think they probably don't have very much of what we want, because all of their weapons are made of wood as well.
Can we just make vast amounts of cash off them?
Wooden bleeding sword. Well, what we do want actually is cloth to make clothes from, although we've got quite a lot of cast-offs from all of our dead dwarfs, but still. So let's buy this cloth, why not? Because they do have a lot of cloth. So when we do want to make some clothes, we'll have plenty to make clothes with. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That's probably enough. I think I want to buy these trees as well, because we've got such a shortage of wood.
Yeah.
Let's buy all the trees that they have. Trees.
All the trees in the world.
And they're making a profit, a nice profit there, and Yeah, I think that's probably fine. Whatever. I like it says we are enchanted by your more ethical works, which is very, very subtle piece of. You've made stuff out of wood as well, but you're also making stuff that's not out of wood, and that's fine.
Yeah.
They're entirely fine, incidentally, with stuff made out of bones.
Oh. Dead things, fine. Trees,
murder stuff, make an amulet out of its head, not a problem. Cut a tree down, ooh, you bastard. Yeah, so that's elves for you. Alright, let's see if they'll trade that. They seem ecstatic, and I'm not surprised.
They're getting a bargain,
They got
frankly.
a very good deal there, but I just really couldn't be bothered anymore. Okay, so turn that off. And there was something else that I've just remembered. Just something that I wanted to mention before we finish, which is our hunter got killed, as you know. So I gave the animal care and animal training tasks to somebody else. And that somebody also now has a farmer's workshop down here, which I designated ages ago and then forgot about.
It's a farmer's workshop. They're making hoes and pipes.
No, they are doing farming things like milking and spinning and making cheese.
Okay,
cheese. Which is what I've told them to do. So here you've got milk a creature, spin some thread, make some cheese, and shear a creature.
Cheese.
And those are all on repeat. So they're basically milking and shearing and spinning and making cheese all the time.
Cheesing until they drop.
Until they run out of. Until all the animals are bald and milkless, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, and it hasn't. I don't think it's been giving any warnings about not being able to do it. So,
yeah.
I guess that's fine. So. Yeah, that was something that I forgot to mention before, just to say we've got this farmer's workshop and they're doing farmy things, and that includes obviously making cheese, which is useful for foodstuffs, and spinning thread, which is useful for, well, thread.
Yeah, thread is good.
And also, actually, I turned off egg collection for the ducks and the turkeys.
So we could get some more of them.
We'll get some more of them.
There was a bit of a... yeah, we did have a lot of chickens there.
We've got
there was chicken wars going on, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, we had a bit of a chicken Thunderdome going on. But I believe, if I just pause
400 chickens enter, less than that leave.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening on this list, obviously, because there was loads of people being murdered by goblins.
Yeah.
But there's nothing about hens.
By the murdering.
There's nothing about hens on here, so I think we sorted out the hen problem.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's a hen here, but that was 5th of Opal 252, which is a while ago, I think. Yes, it was several months ago. So I think we're down to an acceptable number of hens now, for the amount of space that they have. And this is the hunter killing a rabbit.
Well, there you go.
Because one of our
kill
new people,
the rabbit, I say.
One of our new people is a hunter, so
we had a couple of rangers, didn't we?
They just went out to hunt. There was a hunter and a trapper.
Yeah, it's a ranger, same sort of thing.
Yeah, ranger is hunter, and then there's a bone doctor who was fighting a goblin, apparently by shooting him, which is good, I suppose. I'm not really sure why a bone doctor was shooting a goblin with.
Yeah, we've got some more
with a crossbow, but that's all fine. No, this was from the from earlier when they were trying to kill the migrants.
Ah, right.
And this is an axeman killing a dwarven child with a halberd, which isn't very nice.
No.
Yeah, let's move on. Anyway, remarkably for us, successful this time round. So,
yeah,
hurrah!
Only new people died,
and not very many of them.
Yeah,
we got a significant boost to our population,
sort of,
and we've got some trading done. So we've just bought some trees, and we're digging out our forge finally. So yeah, it's things are looking up in the small hamlet of Stone Mirrors, and it's not so small anymore either. Still a hamlet though, and there's someone sleeping in the hospital, but the dwarf that was there before, I think, is not there anymore, and I didn't see anyone dying, so...
No death?
So our Marks dwarf, who was injured, I think, is now fine. In fact, look, our Marks dwarf who was injured is going to archery practice.
Whee!
So, it's all good. Hooray! No more deaths due to my incompetence.
Oh, it's fantastic. A lot of bad luck, really.
Right, well. This is starting to fill up as well.
We've got lots of people?
Lots of people running around, things are happening.
We're getting there.
Jobs are being completed. So, yeah, hooray. That's a good place to end because it's on kind of an up note.
Yeah.
So,
as opposed to the doom
doom
that
and
has
gloom
been
and
a theme
death
of before.
and despondency.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time, hopefully for more relative success.
In a continuing theme of less doom.
Less doom.
Yes.
Doom
Hurrah.
reduction.
Bye-bye.
Bye.